warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hai! We are from 12 Science 4, Group 1.
Balls hanging low while I pop a bottle off of ya. Chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always at the guala, yeah, and you are not badass beat. Keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bed, number drop it low. Mama called me and she happy with the grow.
First, we will discuss material 3.3, circumstance. Circumstance is a condition or fact that affects a situation. So basically, circumstance is an adverb. The social function of circumstance is to retell event for the purpose of informing or entertaining the readers. The generic structure of circumstance is almost similar to the recount text. In recount, the text consists of orientation, event, and reorientation, while circumstance consists of prepositional phrase, adverbial clause, finite, and non-finite. The language features is using personal participants, using chronological connection, using linking verbs, and using simple past tense.
There are four generic structures of circumstance. The first is propositional phrase. Propositional phrase is a combination of a proposition, a modifier, and its object. A propositional phrase can be placed in the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence based on its role in the particular sentence. Propositional phrases are just a part of the sentence it modifies and cannot stand alone. I went to the grocery store across the street. The formula of proposition plus object of proposition. Because of you, proposition plus noun. Under the break, proposition plus noun phrase. The next is adverbial clause. Adverbial clause are dependent clause that function as adverbs and provide information about verbs. Adjectives or adverbs that are independent clause with the capacity to answer questions such as how, when, where, and why. The formula of subordinate conjunction plus subject plus verbs. Subordinate conjunction include after, in order to, as, before, where, while. The first example, who drove fast in order that he could arrive on time. The second is she addressed the crowd as she hid practice in the mirror. And the last, before she got home, she called and ordered a pizza.
Third, finite. Finite clauses must contain a verb with so tense. They can be main clauses or subordinate clauses. The first example is it raining? The second example is I'm studying English now. And the last example is I ate fried rice last night. And now we talk about non-finite. Non-finite clauses contain a verb which does not show tense. We usually use non-finite verb only in subordinate clauses. We usually understand the time referred to from the context of the main clause. We often use a non-finite clause when the subject is the same as the subject in the main clause. The example is, I had something to eat before leaving. And the second example is, shocked by the news, I cried without tears. And the last example is, I kissed her hand before leaving.
Now, I will show you texts which contain prepositional phrase, adjective clause, finite and non-finite. Last week, my family and I had picnic. I went to Sunner Beach with them. We left by car at 4 in the afternoon. My father drove his car carefully. We arrived at Sanur at 6 in the evening. Then we went to a model located near the beach. We spent the night there. It was small but beautiful. In the morning, I woke up early. My sister did too. We ran away to the beach together. We want to enjoy the sunrise. We walked along the beach. A few moments later, our parents joined us. There were some people sat at the beach to do the same things, enjoy the sunrise. An hour later, we went back to our model and had breakfast. I love eating apples, so I ate an apple for breakfast. After that, my father took his fishing rod. He wanted to fish. Me and my sister prepared our swimsuit. We want to swim in the beach. We spent whole day in the beach. We had lunch there. It was really fun. In the evening, we went back to our house. It was really nice holiday, but I lost my phone because I left in the beach, and I am so sad. The underline of first paragraph is prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is with them. The first underline of the third paragraph is non-finite. The non-finite is I love eating apples. The second underline of the third paragraph is finite. The finite is I eat an apple. The underline of fourth paragraph is adjective clause. Adjective clause is I lost my phone because I left it at the beach.
Next is 3.4, conditional sentence or if clause. So, conditional sentence is a form of a complex sentence formed from a subordinate clause which begins with a subordinate conjunction if, which is a condition, and the main clause, which is also a consequence or result. Social function. Conditional sentence function as a sentence that shows someone conveying supposition, but the actual situation is different. The language features of conditional sentence are using simple present tense, future tense, past tense, and past perfect. The first tense that we will talk is simple present tense. The simple present tense is when you use a verb to tell about things that happen continually in the present, like every day, every week, or every month. The formula of simple present tense for plus is subject plus verb 1 plus object. For minus, subject plus do or does plus not plus verb 1 plus object. And for interrogative, do or does plus subject plus verb 1. Let me give you an example of simple present tense. For plus, you speak Korea. Minus, you don't speak Korea. And interrogative, do you speak Korea? The second tenses that we will talk is simple past tense. Simple past tense is a simple verb form to show that an event happened in the past. The formula of simple past tense. For plus, subject plus verb to or to be. The to be is was or were, plus object or adverb. Minus, subject plus did not or didn't, plus verb 1 plus object. And for interrogative, did plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. So let's move to example. The example of simple past tense for plus, Kai walked to school this morning. Minus, Kai didn't walk to school this morning. And for interrogative, Did Kai walk to school this morning?
Next is simple future tense. The simple future tense is verb from use that express that an action will occur in the future spontaneously or planned. The formula of simple future tense for plus subject plus to be plus going to plus verb 1 plus object. For minus subject plus to be plus not plus going to plus verb 1 plus object. And for interrogative, to be plus subject plus going to plus verb 1 plus object. The example for plus, Septi is going to finish her job tomorrow. For minus, Septi is not going to finish her job tomorrow. And for interrogative, is Septi going to finish her job tomorrow? Next is past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is a form of the verb that is used to express that an action was completed and a point in the past before another action occurred. Actions that have been completed in the past can occur repeatedly or only once. The formula of past perfect tense: for plus subject plus head plus verb 3 plus object. For minus subject plus head plus not plus verb 3 plus object. And for interrogative, head plus subject plus verb 3 plus object. The example for plus, my brother had eaten the pizza before my sister come home from school. For minus, my brother had not eaten the pizza before my sister come home from school. And the for interrogative, had your brother eaten the pizza before your sister come home from school?
Now we will talk about conditional sentence type 0. Zero conditional. Conditional sentence type 0 is used to show cause and effect, which are common facts. The cause and effect relationship in the zero conditional sentence is clear or certain. The formula of conditional sentence type 0 is if plus simple present tense, simple present tense. Simple present tense, subject plus verb 1. The first example of conditional sentence type 0. If you get a gift, you feel happy. The second, if you freeze the water, it turns into ice. The last, if you sleep late, you can wake up early. The next is conditional sentence type 1. First conditional. Conditional sentence type 1 is used to indicate a situation that is most likely to occur if the subject of the sentence takes an action. The formula of conditional sentence type 1. If plus simple present tense, simple future tense. If plus subject plus verb 1, S plus will plus verb 1. The first example of conditional sentence type 1. If you brush your teeth every night, your teeth will not hurt easily. If you stay in this hotel, you will probably meet here. If I find your book, I will text you.
Next, conditional sentence type 2 or second conditional. Conditional sentence type 2 is used to indicate a situation that has a small possibility of happening. This situation is usually like wishful thinking that is almost impossible to happen. The formula: if simple past tense, simple past future tense, or if plus subject plus verb 2, comma, subject plus would plus verb 1. The first is, if had wings, I would fly to Australia right now. Second, if were you, I would call the now student. Last, if my father were a nice dad, he would see me more often. The last conditional sentence, type 3, or third conditional. Conditional sentence type 3 or third conditional sentence is used when you want to show a presumptive situation regarding past event so that supposition is impossible to happen. The formula is if plus simple past perfect tense, comma, simple past future perfect tense, or if plus subject plus had plus verb 3, comma, subject plus would have plus verb 3. The first example is, if I had started climbing the mountain earlier, I would not have missed the sunrise. The second is, if we had arrived early, comma, we would have met her. The last, if I had known Willie was in hospital, comma, I would have visited her.
Let's move on to 3.5, contrasting of conjunction. Contrasting conjunction, or better known as contrastive conjunction, are conjunction used to express comparison or resistance. This conjunction connects two ideas that are considered as something different. The social function of contrasting conjunction is connect to English sentences that are contradictory. The language feature of contrasting conjunction is even if, unless, however, on the other hand, in contrast, and nevertheless. First, we will talk about even if. Even if serves as a subordinate conjunction that connects a dependent clause with an independent clause or main clause. This word is usually used to express something that you seldom done or to express a situation that will not change no matter what. The formula of even if is main clause plus even if plus clause. The first example, I will go to Aidian's house even if the weather is rainy. I will still go to the beach even if it rains tomorrow. The last example, he would still feel fine even if he failed in the job interview. Next is unless. This word can be used be present, past, or past perfect tense. We use unless with the present tense when talking about the future. The formula of unless is main clause plus unless plus clause. The first of example, you will fail on this final examination unless you study hard. The second example, I will come to your party unless it's not rain. The last example, I will be insane unless you start to talk with me anymore. Next is however. However is used to introduce a statement that is contrary to something already said before. This word can mean but and is commonly used to create compound sentences with opposite relationships. The formula of however is main sentence, however, subordinate clause. The first example, is, my sister wants to buy some food. However, she is too lazy to go outside. The second example, they are naughty and hurt their parents. However, their parents still love them. And the last example, she wants to lie to her parents. However, she knows it is wrong.
The next is, on the other hand, used to compare two different facts or two different ways of thinking related to a situation. The formula is main sentence, on the other hand, subordinate clause. The first example is, I like playing football. On the other hand, my brother likes playing basketball. The second, we had no money, but on the other hand, we were very happy. And the last is, my mom buys some fruits. On the other hand, she doesn't buy mango. Next is in contrast. If something contrasts with something else, it's a significant difference. We use in contrast to connect to clause. In contrast can be interpreted as otherwise or opposite. The formula is in contrast plus to plus noun, sentence. The first example is, in contrast to her brother, she has a bad attitude. The second, in contrast to his big brother, he speaks English very well. And the last, in contrast to his frightening looks, his voice was quiet and calm. Next is nevertheless. The English conjunction nevertheless is more often used at the beginning of sentence. In addition, the word can also be placed in the middle as well as at the end. The formula main sentence nevertheless plus subordinate clause. The first example is, you have been told that she was banished from her parents to meet with you. Nevertheless, you still visit to her home. The second, he has got a girlfriend who meets his criteria. Nevertheless, he keeps thinking of his ex-girlfriend. And the last, they have submitted the proposal to several multinational companies. Nevertheless, still no answer about the proposals.